Hello and welcome to City Edition, the City of Bend's video news magazine. I'm Justin Feinstone. Comparisons are being made between the recent Two Bulls fire and the Awbry Hall fire from the 1990s. Both fires point out the need for what's called defensible space around your home. Take a look.
This fire was extremely close to Bend and affected Bend on three different fronts, really. Both the eastern flank, the head of the fire, and then we're concerned with kind of the north or the southwest corner, the Skyliners and the Bend watershed. So a lot of concern of how it was going to affect Bend and the residents there.
Well, if you look at the two fires between Two Bulls and Awbry Hall, it's certainly very similar in their burning patterns and how far they traveled. For example, 6 miles on Two Bulls, and I think it was very similar on Awbry Hall. We dodged a bullet in this situation. That was due to all the collaborative efforts between all the different agencies that responded to this incident.
So the Two Bulls fire popped up very rapidly, and we're very fortunate in Central Oregon to have a very tight-knit fire community. The coordinated initial attack between U.S. Forest Service, ODF, Bend Fire, Deschutes County Sheriff, everybody came together very, very quickly and coordinated really well, and private contractors well responded to the call.
As far as the Bridge Creek watershed is concerned, it was very important to fight the western edge. Our priorities were certainly on the east and the southern end of the fire at first because of the communities that were threatened. But as soon as we could get around that western edge to protect our community's water supply is certainly hugely important to us, and we pay very close attention to that at all times.
Bend and other communities are always looking to expand, and as towns expand, homes, infrastructure, schools expand out into the wildland, they have to realize and they have to plan for when it's going to happen. It's really not a matter of if in this community. We live in a fire environment, so it's very important to have fire-adapted communities.
Well, the Phil's Trailhead here is a good example of the thinning that's gone on in the forest on federal lands. We've done that to protect the communities such as Skyliner and Tetherow here in Bend.
As the city of Bend expands to the west into heavily forested areas, we're creating the urban wildfire interface zone that it becomes a potential for a catastrophic fire. As we expand into these forested developments, we need to be aware that wildfire is a potential in these neighborhoods. Through proper planning of the neighborhoods themselves and defensible space by the homeowners will help reduce that risk of a wildfire at their homes. We're in an area burned by Awbry Hall. This area has come back as dense vegetation, bitterbrush and manzanita. It does burn very well. Using a mowing technique, it's a fast, effective way of knocking down that vegetation, but without disturbing the ground too much and having a bunch of noxious weeds come back. By mowing it now, this reduces the chance of a fire moving through this area very quickly. It'll come back as a defensible area and will last many, many years before it has to be treated again. The area behind me is in a neighborhood. The homes are right here. With those homes, there's a lot of manzanita and bitterbrush. By thinning out this brush, you break the continuity of the fuel, which will slow down the progress of fire towards those homes. As you can see behind me, we're in a heavily forested area. We're right on the edge of the forest here in west side of Bend. The neighborhood has gone through. They've thinned out a lot of the lower brush, limbed trees up, and replaced it with natural vegetation that is fire resistant. There's many things you can do to make a good defensible space around your home. Evaluate your home. Get rid of the wood shake roofs. Make sure wood piles are away from your home. Look at the vegetation around your home. If it's dead or dying, remove it. Replace it with good fire-resistant vegetation. Look at your lawn, make sure that it's well maintained. Pine needles away from combustible construction such as your decks and your fences. All this will help keep a fire from getting up to next to your home and keep your home safe in the event of a wildfire. The Two Bulls fire is a great example of how a fire can move very quickly. Having the defensible space already developed before the fire starts gives your home a chance to survive the fire and the firefighters a chance to protect it.